The year my mom was born, end of World War II, you had a 90% chance of finishing off economically better than your parents. 90%. By the time I was born in the early 80s, it was a coin flip. And that kind of uncertainty is only growing because, again, we have not been taking care of the basics.
Right.
Just basic things around affordability, around protection, around what it's like to get through everyday life in this country, obviously have been leaving a lot of people out, or we would not be here. And that's where I think my party needs to be very realistic about what our project is. Obviously, part of our project is to stop the cruelty and the chaos and the horror show that's emanating from DC. But if all we have is an account of what it is we're stopping or what we're against, it's still going to be pretty hard for people to hear us. Maybe we can win the midterms. Maybe we can even win the White House. But when I think about it when I think about a generational project of really transforming the country and transforming the country for the better versus transforming the country into whatever it has been plunged into in the last 100 days, that's going to require a deeper level of vision and a greater readiness to walk away ruthlessly from what hasn't worked and to stand up relentlessly for what has worked,
right?
Even if it's unpopular.
And to be honest about it with yourselves, it's still a reckoning that, I think there's still a generational churn that has to occur within the Democratic Party, the government probably writ large, although I think a lot of the younger energy is probably on the other side. But there seems to be a real reluctance and fear to walk away from those legacy structures and incumbent structures and embrace, I thought it was so interesting, even something as small as AOC not getting the senior position on the committee she wanted, and they gave it to a 74-year-old guy. Nothing against him, but it just speaks to this idea that I don't know if what you're speaking about, I don't know if it has registered yet writ large within the leadership.
Well, it's a really hard thing to absorb when it could mean you need to move along. But
oh, right.